Well, there we are. We are live again. I'm going to continue from where we left off yesterday, and I've got an additional camera angle pointing to the outside backyard. It's very overblown, but I think once we get a little bit of cloud cover, it should go to a slightly less overexposed picture. So next door neighbours, who I was pointing out yesterday, were doing some work in their backyard. They've now wanted to straighten the fence. Something wrong with the fence, according to them. So they're out there working on the fence, and soon you'll see them progress from the far right-hand side of the fence across to the middle of the yard and then beyond. But in the meantime, I want to get my floating wall fixed. So yesterday we left off with one device over here to find studs and electrical cables and stuff like that. I was using this, but it didn't work so well, so I bought that. They're both Ryobi. This one's the later one, obviously bigger, better. $49 it cost me. I can't remember that one. That was like $50 maybe a few years ago. Let's try this one out. So apparently there's a button on the side here. We hold this down and then it does this I'm ready to go calibration thing. Then you put it on the wall. Oop. We lose video from time to time, by the way. Top right hand corner, it's a NDI wireless connection to the phone. And for whatever reason it glitches. But I've got a secondary camera over there, so we should be able to get it going. So I'm just going to compare the two results from yesterday. So on the wall, let's see if I can see it. On the wall up here, I've got some marks where the stud goes, where I think I found it. So we're going to see if it works. And it's saying it's found, I don't know. See, it's saying it's found a stud or something about there, which is in line with that mark on the left. And then it's saying it's found a stud there, which is slightly out of alignment, I've got to say. Let's try it again. So you'll hear occasional noise in the background. That's the people next door doing their stuff. So it's actually more there. So it's even further apart, because what I'm looking for, I want something in the middle. It's saying there's something there. Wow, all the way across. So I could put it that high. The problem is I use this wall here. Can you see up there? No. Let's grab this. So I just want to make sure we've got a view there. We do. I use, get back a bit so you can see the view. I use that section of the wall between that speaker and that speaker as a, what do you call it? A projector screen, basically, because I've got a data projector here, which I play movies through on that DVD player. Through the projector, not Blu-ray, DVD, yeah. So I'll get a Blu-ray player eventually. Oh, actually, I've got a Blu-ray player tucked away up there, so portable. Anyway, I project on the screen there movies, is what I want to watch. So the floating shelf, it needs to be at the highest, probably where the bottom of that iPad is, because the screen projects from there across and then up. In fact, let's make sure so we can turn it on. We'll have a look. Where's my thing? Where's my power switch? I can't see it. There. Is it on? Yes, we have power. And then we turn it on there. It takes a while to warm up. I can see the outline where it sits. Takes a little while. You can see the light's on. See, it's lit. There we are. So yeah, it goes quite wide and high. If I adjust the throw, so that's the maximum there. Yeah, so I've got to have the floating shelf right where that X is, right there. That one. It's got to be. That's the highest I can have it. Yeah, boy. I love this. So it's got more restrictions on it. I'll turn this off for now. Why is it not turning off? There we go. Now it's off. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. I may have to put brackets up rather than completely floating wall. Don't know. Let's see. So might have to adjust everything that I want to do. Oh, is it red? What? Gotta make it. Yeah, there we go. So, oh, it's gone red. Why is it red? Continue to hold. Okay, place the unit against the wall between studs. Press and hold the side mount and on-off button. Oh, okay. When the unit is calibrated, LEDs will flash once left to right. If LEDs flash repeatedly, lift the tool away from the wall. Power down and repeats that one. Continue to hold the tool against the wall. Slowly move. Okay, so it's got to actually do that. It does that and then that. Why is it red? It's red. Why is it red? Center LED will light red to indicate the detection of AC. Alright, it's probably because of all these power things below me. If I got it there, put it there. Hold that in, do that. Okay, now we're good. There's something here. Where is it? Small. And it's saying, God, it fluctuates quite wildly over there. Don't know why. So there's something there, like right there, which is about right. And then there's something there. God. My right hand is not writing. There, which is about right as well. So there and there. I've got something. But I've got a feeling that the maximum width is a lot less than that. So let's have a look. I'll get the shelf. Break that open and have a look inside. Yeah. Let's have a look. Get my knife. Can we get a bit of a view there? We can. So we're just going to open this up. We shall see what we shall see. Instructions. Here's the. See, that's the thing that holds everything together and makes it beautiful. So that's going to be the thing that sits in the wall, and there's nothing for it to screw into apart from the gyprock, which is not going to hold any weight whatsoever. So let's That's why I've got to be careful where I put it. So that's as wide as it goes. So I want a noggin. I think it's called a noggin. To screw that into, because the noggin is the nig-nag that goes between the two studs. Studs, I think, go that way. Noggins go that way. And so I want one that's going to be doing what I want it to do without being a pain in the ass about it. So it's interesting that it's going red and green and all these colours. Why? Why? Must be picking up the electric field from the AC down below here. Pretty sensitive if that's what it's doing. I don't want it to be red. It's red. It always goes red. Why does it always go red? Indicate detection of AC. Ah, seriously. It can't be. There's no freaking AC. So we've got something there, and it does this wild thing. Yeah, look here. Oh God, red everywhere. Red. What? Why is it red? Can I turn things off? Not really. Huh. Maybe there is something there. I think there would be. I thought it was saying basically it shouldn't be red when you start. Maybe I read it wrong. Oh, what a pain in the A. What a pain in the A. Alright, so there's a stud there. And there's something that goes all along here. Well, there's something. Now there's nothing. See, I don't like this. There's something in there. That's got to be the stud. Changes a bit though as I go up. It's weird. I don't get it. I don't understand. Yeah, that one there. No. There's something there. What if I do it that way? Saying there's something there. I don't believe it though. That's that. Oh, this is driving me crazy. I'd feel better rather than having a floating shelf. I'll convert it into a supported shelf. So up there, you see where the helmets are, the bike helmets? I've got a bracket there on a wall holding that floating shelf up as well. And it's got some hooks or holes in it for hooks. So what I might do is actually, I may do the same thing again, buy some brackets. In the back of my mind, I said to myself, I should buy brackets just in case it doesn't work the way that I want it to work. And of course, I didn't do anything about it. I should have. So that means another trip to the shops. It's annoying. I don't want to go back to the shops. Oh, pain in the ayola. Just spent $50 on that to fix this, and it does no better. Oh, yep, that's annoying. This is my existence now as a grown man turning into a baby child, complaining about stuff that I shouldn't complain about. Yeah, all right, I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to go and buy more brackets. Do I have any here, though? Have I got any? I don't think so. Just trying to think where I'll put them. Bah, humbug! I can't believe it. I've got to do this again. I've got to go out to the shops again. And now I've got X's all over my wall. But it's, God. All right. Okay. I'll go to the shops. Bah. All for pedals. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is going to be yet another short video with no outcome again. This is so annoying. This does not follow the story outline at all. It's supposed to be a beginning, a middle, and an end. All we're doing is a beginning and a middle, and a beginning and a middle, and then another beginning and a middle, with no end. Alright, this is going in the bin. I'm going to put that there. I'm just putting the garbage in the bin. I'm not putting the shelf in the bin. Oh, bother. Should I take you with me? What do you reckon? Do you want to go and see a grown man drive around and pick up 2 brackets? Do you want to actually see that? Is that something that would be of interest? Is this good content? Would you pay? Would you pay for this content? I don't know if I'd pay for this content. Would you pay for this content? Because you are, with your time. Oh, yeah. See, that's how OCD I am. I'll observe that the camera is slightly wonky and then tighten that up, but I won't put into practice doing things properly for a shelf. That is so annoying. Okay. Because when I make up my mind that I want to stay home and do something, I've got to get over the whole change of plans thing. Plans are meant to be broken. Let's be wise about this, all right? Let's get a bit of wisdom happening here. So your plans, let them just be plans, and then you are free to change them whenever you want. I don't have a problem with this, all right? I don't have a problem with this at all. This is a good plan. A plan to be flexible is a wise way to live, I think. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go. I reckon I'll be about an hour and a half. So I'll be back. Okay. You take care in the meantime, and I will too. I may even do a semi-recording of it, so you can see the adventures outside as well. Oh, let's do that. Okay, be back. Bye.